What's the word, YouTube fam? It's your boy Church Takes. We are back at it with another one, and basically, man, in the last in the last Patreon exclusive of the JBP, they put out a request for us to psychoanalyze our favorite pod cast, the members of it, and to see who needs therapy the most, who needs therapy the least, and might as well make some content out of it. Might as well make a nice little video out of it. Um, Basically, I'm gonna start from who do I think needs therapy the least, and that's how I'm gonna start my list. Basically, I think Joe needs the least amount of therapy, just because he's an ongoing therapy user. um, he already, he believes in just going to therapy when nothing is wrong. He's definitely a person that understands therapy. He's benefited from therapy. He's been doing it for a very long time. So I think if I were to pick somebody who needs it the least, it would be Joe. Secondly, who needs therapy after Joe, or who needs therapy the least after Joe? I would say Mark Lamont Hill. There's some things that obviously everybody can use a little bit of therapy, but I think Mark kind of has his things together. And again, I could be wrong because there's something in there that kind of makes me want to put Parks above Mark, but I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with Mark. The third who would need therapy the least, I would say Parks. Parks just seems like he's pretty well rounded, has everything pretty well put together. Seems like he's has a happy home life and stuff like that, and it seems pretty well balanced. Actually, I would put Parks behind Joe. So yeah, let's move. All right, so who needs therapy the least? Joe, Parks, Mark. The fourth spot that I have there is Ice. Ice, again, seems pretty balanced. He's a dad now. He's playing his role. He knows his role. He knows his lane, and he stays in his lane. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, obviously, there's some things that everybody deals with again, but I just feel like if you have a well balanced, well rounded, um, in and out of work kind of balance, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you need as much therapy. Now, here's where we get into um who do I think definitely should use therapy, or who could use therapy a little bit. Flip is number 5 on my list. And now keep in mind, again, we're going from the people who don't need therapy. I don't think Joe needs therapy. I don't think Parks needs therapy. I don't think Mark needs therapy. I don't think Ice. You could start teetering into Ice kind of needing therapy. Flip, yeah, Flip is pretty well rounded. He's just a Tasmanian devil, so there's a lot of things that can get settled within him. I think therapy can definitely help him, just to kind of get some things that's settled in his mind that's not settled. And it shows, like, he's just all over the place. He doesn't stop moving. He's just a constant tumbleweed. He's just wherever the wind goes, wherever the wind flows, that's where he's going. And yeah, I feel like therapy can definitely help him center himself a little bit. Uh, Ish, Ish at number 6. Yeah, man, there's a lot of old school ways that Ish has embedded in his ways. Like, you can't teach a old dog new tricks. That's Ish's that's Ish to me. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. He's stuck in his ways. He's stuck in his mentality. He's very. I think he's I think he's open minded to certain things, but then there's certain things where he's just not open minded to because of his experiences. And with that being said, I have him at number 6 on the list, because if you did go to therapy, then maybe you could figure some of those things out. I have number seven. I have Amani on the list. Amani is just like a um, emotional fan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling him a fan. I'm calling him a freaky ass. Yeah, like he's just he got to get it together, man. You got to get it together. I think he could definitely benefit from therapy. I think he overexerts himself and he overstimulates himself more than he has to. And then I feel like Imani also doesn't isn't aware of how blessed he actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of bad things that go on in life, but if you look at the positives, I'm not going to sit here and try to preach, but at the end of the day, you have to be aware of how blessed you are, and you have to just know that you're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. And I think that once, um, the therapy sessions can kind of get in that for him, into that, and like his, to try to, I guess, calm him down as far as his relationships. I think he'll be a much I think he'll be a much more centered person. Um, let's go into Mel. Mel is definitely number eight. I feel like Mel definitely needs some therapy. I think she's going in. I think she goes to therapy as right now. Um, I think it's clear as day that Mel definitely can benefit from therapy. I'm not going to go into why. I'm not going to kick her back in this, that, and the third. But what I will say is that, yeah, she definitely could use some therapy. Now, who do I think needs therapy the most on the JBP? You got it. None other than the young bull himself, Mr. J. Wan. That young man needs a little bit more than therapy. That young man needs an intervention. That young man needs some ayahuasca. That young man needs to go to a mountain, find a thing of mushrooms, and just sit there and eat some raw mushrooms and find out who the hell he is. Because I don't even think he knows who he is. But that's neither here or there. That's my list. I got So just to break it down, who do I think needs therapy the most? J1. Then we have Mel. Then we have Imani. Then we have Ish. Then we have Flip. Then we have Ice. Then we have you can mix and match Parks and Mark. And then we have Joe. Yeah, that's my list. I don't think Joe needs it. I don't think Mark and Parks and Ice need it as much. Flip, Ish, and Imani can use it. Mel is definitely can use it, and J1, Lord have mercy. Just keep him in the therapist's office until they figure something out. But yeah, man, that's it. That's all. It's your boy Church Takes. Remember that your boy Church Takes has the best takes. That's it. That's all, and we are out, man. Peace.